Season 2, Episode 2, or Episode 17. And last time we had some expansion over here, more expansion over here. Expansion, expansion, new country, expansion, 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 colonization, revolution, and expansion, and also more expansion, and also new country, and another new country. Well, today we are going to start off with green. Yes, the good old green team that is basically doing a flip ton of expanding. Yep, they're gonna expand more. And this time it's gonna be quite a bit of land. And let me color in these islands. Hold on, let me... Okay. That is that. And now time for... Mexico. They are going to... Hold on, wait. Oh, I'm just tripping. So green expands some more. Whatever, this country also expands some more. Border galore. Hee. And also, okay, and expansion there. So, sorry about that. But the orange team is going to explore some more. So they're gonna... I don't know the geography of this area, but I know Vietnam has some pretty dense forests. So, they are going to continue exploring. And reach a coast. So basically they just... And also they kind of just stick along. They kind of just go up from there. And I'm going to say... And they also continue slowly exploring the dense forests of Vietnam. Maybe there's dense forest all around here. I'm not sure. But I am pre-recording this because I'm going on vacation. So one episode will be posted each day. Maybe like a premiere or something. But anyway, they continue through the... And this is over like after like a year of exploring. After like a year of constant... Not like constant, but like they go back home and like back and forth exploring. They are able to explore that. And also they upgraded their equipment during the way. But like I'm just in my universe, basically this whole part is pretty hard to. So I'm just gonna. So they're able to do this, and that leaves something called open land, which Orange is going to say yes, sir, and yoink up quite a bit of land. And also, some random people just say meh. Some random people just say we don't like you, and they just they just run away from the Orange team and just create a blob, basically. Well, wait, I can just grab yellow. Maybe a light blue. Hold up. Maybe a light blue is best for the capital. Right there. Okay, well, now let's go over to. Now let's go over here to the ketchup and mustard duo. They continue their exploration, and also they have made some better suits, like better stuff for the explorers, and are able to get all the way to the top, but the explorers basically getting tons and tons of frostbites. They also somehow find a tiny little island. And also more islands over here. And yeah. And now these two have a treaty. Basically a treaty to split Greenland. Ketchup and mustard. Let me just make sure I get all the white spots on each their sides. Okay. And yellow also. They just decide to. They just decide to straight up just hold up. They just claim a bunch of random islands. Like they they just claim all this. But let me make this border look a bit cleaner. Okay. And also the purple team is going to expand. And hmm, well, now let's go down here. Let's go to the Caribbean. So the orange team makes its first dominion. So and also it turns this puppet say gets a dominion, turns into a dominion. But that's not the first one. I'm talking about a real one. So um the orange team decides to turn this part into a dominion. And they put their capital right there. So, yes, the first dominion is ever made. But also, they make another dominion, and also their capital is right along the coast. So you actually have the first two dominions of the orange team. So like, but so they're obviously gonna keep like this down here in the Caribbean, but they're gonna start turning other places into dominions. But now let's check on this Australia. Hold up, if I can zoom out. Oh, wow, I was pretty zoomed in. Well, time to check on these guys. They basically like this is how much they did during all like the previous actions in this episode. Like they have some insanely skilled explorers that explore almost all the continent. And they also find Papua New Guinea and a bunch of other tiny little islands. So, yep, and also just but obviously they don't claim like all of it. That's it's a bit too much. So what they are going to do is claim basically all that and hold up, let me add some more. And also that up there. So now let's go back. Let's go over here. So, the Caspian Sea team. They expand. And they expand, so um yeah, they get bigger. And hold up. Oh, sorry about that. And they also send some explorers. And basically they find a shortcut like in between because I'm pretty sure India is pretty mountainous. They find a shortcut and they run into this civilization which they didn't even know existed. They go back. They kind of lose track of their trail and just make a full loop. And their ships discover Sri Lanka, which they fully discover it. And basically, yeah. And then when they report back, they just see undiscovered part. So explorers and boom. And also they slowly budge at the mountains. The Himalaya is like right here, I think. Yeah, I think it might be like that. Still mountainous though. These guys send explorers. They basically kind of just they basically just surround it and say, okay, since this is surrounded, then there must be just land. And that's their technique, so they just say that's land, even though it's not discovered. But secretly, one group did discover it, so, whatever. These guys basically just. No. Everyone kind of just starts spearheading into, like, the mountains. I don't know why, they just kind of. They just kind of, like. Well, after a year, another year passes, they get that much progress. And also, well, let me. Okay. Well, back in the forests of Southeast Asia, they're slowly getting explored. Well, I'm just gonna do like a time lapse. So, like a couple years pass, they discover the forest, and they go down here. Blah blah blah, all that stuff. They find this island, explore the top part, but they don't dare to go down. Like natives stop them. Like there's natives that live there, and they say um the natives say that there is a giant storm covering an entire continent. Just they don't even know. They're just making up stories. These guys secretly met up with like natives and told them to make sure no civilization reaches them. And they said that there's a giant storm like sinking an entire continent and would not indefinitely killing millions, killing hundreds of thousands of people, natives, hundreds of thousands of natives there. But it's all fake. They're actually um very thriving. But we are going to have a little war over here. So the orange team does not like the green team because it's expanding so much. So the orange team is going to start invading. And it actually goes pretty well until they get organized in. And they just sign white peace right here. Well, actually, technically they do have a peace treaty. It's like this. And also, let's see the power rankings. Well, these two get in a war. And Estonia. Oh, Estonia. Just just Estonia just from their Estonian colony they basically steamroll through. They take that and then also they take this. And also so basically yeah, that happens. So, yeah, the peace treaty is just that. Stop. Well, anyway. Hmm. Back over here, this team expands. What? Oh, I'm just super zoomed in. I was about to say, what? Huh? Well, anyway, these guys expand. They're basically guerrilla warfare people. And they expand that much. And then the orange team expands like that. Let's see. And like Mexico expands like that. Um, pink team expands like this. And then whatever this team is expands like that. And then the Alaskan team once again takes a huge chunk of land. And is basically a race on who can capture the most Siberian land. Green team or Alaska. And Alaska expands some more. Like that. They basically just take that border. So now the USA is trapped. let's see. Down here in South America. Yeah, so they go around the Amazon rainforest but then they find mountains. But so over like the course of a year, I'd say well, actually like 5 years, they explore like that and also colonize like that much. And they also find some small islands in the middle of the sea. And that's going to be it for today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. So see you in episode